Good morning. I recall a story of something that happened when I was in high school. There were some kids, and one of the guys really didn't know these other guys that well, and he wanted to be big and he wanted to be tough. And they came by and picked him up, and he didn't know that they were actually going to go into a store and actually rob it. Well, things went bad. They ended up shooting somebody. I think they died, and all those kids got life. And here's this kid that was a good kid, and he went along. He made the wrong decision. Now, I want to talk to you about decisions, and I want to talk to you about God in the midst of that. The only poem I can remember and out of high school is "The Road Not Taken" by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Sorry I could not travel both. I looked I took the one less traveled by, and it made all the difference. I'm just giving you the last two lines. Well, there's two kings. One was the dad, one was the son. One was Ahaz, one was Hezekiah. They both had predicaments. They both had an opportunity to trust God and to do something incredible. Isaiah is the prophet for both of them. Both of them are faced with threats. And here's basically the scenario. Ahaz is being threatened by Syria and Israel to join a pact against the Assyrian Empire that's mobilizing and coming against them. And so he's scared to death, and he can either join the pact, turn to the enemy, which is Assyria, or he can trust God. You know what he does? He turns to the enemy. Ends up having to he sacrifices his own son to the Assyrian god, and it's just one horror story. Okay, but he tells him, don't fear. Well, he's outnumbered, and he said when they heard this, their hearts shook as trees in the forest blown by the wind. Have you ever been that afraid? And yet the prophet tells him, be quiet, do not fear, don't let your heart be faint because of these two smoldering stumps. And he tells him nothing's going to happen. All you have to do is trust God. But he didn't, and disaster ensued. Hezekiah, some 34 years later, same situation, almost identical. Here he is. He has to either keep paying tribute to Assyria or he rebels against them. He chooses to rebel and to honor God. Well, there's a problem. He bases that on an alliance with Egypt, and it turns out that Assyria moves against him, and he's faced with this incredible problem. Do I trust God, or do I, in the midst of this, fall to Egypt and in some way get this pagan off my back, either by paying him off or fighting him? And God says, I'm going to take care of it. Trust me. But the point I want you to see about all this is his prayer. He does the right thing. And how does he do it? It's very simple. He went into the house of the Lord and he spread it before the Lord. Here's a letter written by the enemy, scaring him half to death, very similar to his dad. But his dad reacted immediately and went and found a human solution. Hezekiah found a divine solution. He went in and spread it before the Lord, and he prayed to God. You know what he prayed? O Lord of hosts, God of Israel, enthroned above the cherubim, you are God, you alone of all the kingdoms of the earth. You have made heaven and earth. Incline your ear, O Lord, hear, open your eyes, and hear the words of Sennacherib, who sent to mock the living God. And then you know what it says down here? He says, because you have prayed to me concerning Sennacherib, king of Assyria, this is the word the Lord has spoken, I will deliver you. And he did. Now, you have the opportunity to change history by either trusting God and going to him or turning to man. That's usually the way it is in life. I implore you, I encourage you, I plead with you. Before you jump to a human solution, get on your knees and spread it before God. God bless you. Have a great day.